Kukurukura ne mwanasikana wangu weku Zimbabwe, a nosy privilege.
Everyone that I used to go to school with, from primary to secondary, they're all pregnant, all having children. I'm the only girl left.
Really?
Yes. Only teenage girl left.
After spending a beautiful day together, my daughter and I sat down to chat a little. She was quiet at first, then suddenly full of words. Words that had waited too long to be spoken. She speaks of walking to school and feeling unsafe.
Yeah.
So when I was learning at Monde Primary, so we take a shortcut. So during that shortcut we have streams. So when the rain comes, it will be difficult for us to cross. So we had to hold each other's hands so that we cross. Or we might be, if you're alone, you use a stick so that you cross. Because the rivers will be full.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're not holding each other's hands and not balancing, to wash away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I remember one other day when we were coming from school and then we had rains. So and then our teacher said we should just wait for them to die down, but they didn't die down. When we were going, so we would carry our school shoes so that they don't get damaged. So one of my friends, I don't know how he did it, but the school shoes was washed away.
Wow.
So it's a bit risky, challenging, but I made it through.
Yes. I mean, that's I wouldn't recommend it.
It's very, very risky. Very risky. Because it's a bush, it's a very long bush that you have to walk. It's not safe. You're alone. You're only kids. You don't know what is in the bush. It could be. Sometimes elephants, they reach that side. Even lions to attack people. So you don't know what's in there, especially when it's green. Everything is evergreen. You don't know. It's better when it's
dry.
It's dry. You could see something, and it's very rocky. And if you were running and you miss a step, you just hit your head on a rock and then you die. It's a very rocky place. So they've now built a primary season. I'm very happy because it's the other generation not able to walk the distance that we walk. It's not a nice place. It's not nice. It's not nice. So now it's changed over. Like the other one, actually we were the one going to Monde Primary, and then from those who stayed in Monde, they're now coming to Sizinda. If they could build another secondary school, if they could build another secondary school in Monde, it would be very nice.
And laments the plights of girls who have been raped.
And also that's why most children, like especially girls, are getting raped.
Then spoke of teenage pregnancies, girls as young as 13 to 15 years old, forced to become mothers or wives.
Oh my God.
That's when you meet boys that will rob you, buy lollipops and seduce you, and you think that everything depends on a lollipop. If he just buys me a lollipop, I would give him everything, and then they leave you pregnant. Mostly girls in my rural area, they're now pregnant. I'm the only girl left.
Really?
Yes. Only teenage girl left. It's very sad. It's very sad because you get pregnant and the father runs away and goes and buys someone else a lollipop.
Yeah, and you're there.
Yes. So it's just a routine, something that is like a chain, and nobody is standing up to break it. Everyone is just following it, because I feel like they're not motivated enough. They just like you go to school, after school, the male goes to just get pregnant and get married. Because mostly they're married at 15 or 16. Of which at 16 you're supposed to be finishing your O level, or you're supposed to be A level or doing something. So recently I heard that when I was in Form 4, there was this girl who was in Form 2. So I just said that she dropped out of school and got married. She was very bright, very, very intelligent. Her name was Bridget. She was in one of the donors that you...
She was one?
Yes. Yes. When I just hear that, that girl who was in the group of donors, she dropped out of school and went to be pregnant to get married. I was like, seriously, did she think that... What about you? Where did you see yourself in the next 5 years to come? Did you see yourself in a happy marriage? Because that husband could also live there for the next, you see. So my heart bleeds for her. But different choices.
She mourned the dreams already gone. The girl who wanted to be a teacher. The one who loved science. The friends who once dreamed. No dreams left. Now, there are names we remember, not futures we'll see.
Everyone that I used to go to school with, from primary to secondary, they're all pregnant, all having children. I'm the only one left in my village. It pains me to see them. Like I'll be like, these are my friends. Now I can't play with them because what she's thinking and what I'm thinking is now different. We're now on different levels. You see? But it pains me to see that I'm just the girl that we share dreams with, that we planned our future with, and be like, when you grow up, we'll do this, we'll travel the world. But now when I see them, my heart bleeds. A woman like, it's very, very, very painful to say.
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
Because I really can't imagine. Yeah.
In my whole village, I'm the only one. I'm the little ones who are not yet in teenage stage. So I'm the only teenage left.
She spoke of wanting to help girls. Girls like herself. To remind them they still matter.
So I decided there and there that I'll be the role model to the other next generation to show them it's possible. You could reach a level, you could achieve your dreams. You can be what you want. Life is not only limited the way you see. It's not limited on the lollipop that is given you. You can also buy a lollipop. So that's my mission. And it's one that keeps me going. When schools get hard, I always remember the other kids, especially girls who are looking up at me. So it's one of the reasons that keeps me motivated to go to school, to get educated. Sometimes it gets hard at school, I feel like quitting, but I remind myself that there are many people looking up at me, especially the next generation, especially girls, to teach them that, these boys, they're just here to destroy your future. You should be focused and know what you want, set your goals.
She spoke of girls who have no guidance. Mothers who lead their daughters to places girls should never go.
Mostly other parents, they're not parenting their children, especially in my village. Did you see that broad point? That broad point, did you see it? So it usually brings a lot of celebrities, and at night also, they do night things. So other parents, they take their children with at those nightclubs. So sometimes I blame the parents. How could you take your child to the nightclubs? But then, different parenting skills. So it's a risk and a challenge.
So do you feel pressure from the community? Because you're the only one who has basically escaped. So do you hear people saying things about that? Do you feel like you have to defend yourself?
Yes. Yes, I also feel like that. People say a lot of things. They will be like, sometimes they throw negative comments and say like, you just left, you won't make it to A level. A level is hard, you fail, and you back to square one. So yes, I hear those comments. So I have to defend myself. So every time when I write exams, I have to remind myself that there are other people looking at them out there. There are other who throws positive comments, whatever it happens, it happens. But there are other which are there looking for my downfall. Like, let's see, a friend got pregnant, let's see where she will end. So they're already way planned my downfall, like already decided that this will happen. But I believe that God has me, and I'm following in His footsteps. He's the one leading me. I feel pressured. But mostly importantly, most of my community members, they respect me, especially guys. They say this one is educated, this one knows what she wants in life. So I also see that if you are that type of girl that you don't know, who have no ambition, they say choose you. But if you know that your life is, where are you going, where are you headed, they just respect you, because whatever, they're tricking it. No, this one is educated, this one knows what she wants. Let's not destroy their future. So if you're educated, they respect you. But if you're the one that is playing with your future, they say you have no point to go, so they just start pass through you.
Wow. So now, who are your friends?
My friends, as my book, my siblings, and also friends that I made at school only. But in my community, I have no friends. I'm always at home.
So then, when you finish here, are you? What are your plans right now? I mean,
Right now,
your immediate plan is to pass your exams and so forth. And what is the next step?
if I pass my exams, usually we get our result around mid-January or end of January, of which if I do well, I'm praying that I do well. I want to go to university and do veterinary science, as I said. So I also want to gain a working experience. To just I don't want to go on March intake. I want to do in August intake. So during those months from January to August, I just want to look for jobs. Just again, to how is the world works like. How can I relate when I'm done with my degree? I have experience on this field and that field. But it's not easy because I'm needing experience, so not every company will just hire me. So maybe to take time. But during that time, I'll be at home.
Sitting beside her, I realized her voice is not just hers. It is the voice of thousands of girls across villages, brave, bright, and barely heard. As I sat there, I knew this moment mattered. I listened intently. Then I spoke from the heart.
Yeah, but I appreciate that, and I encourage you to just keep thinking like that, and put on blinders. That's how the racehorses run. They can't see to the left nor to the right. They can only see up ahead. So it doesn't matter which horse is beside them. They will not see because there's a blinder. So there's no distraction. They're just focused on where they're going. So that's how you have to think about it. You're focused. And let no one distract you. That's what the Bible says. Let no man despise your youth.
For her, I was worried of those who smiled with wrong intentions, of those who will praise her beauty, but not her mind, of those who will promise help, but want to take what does not belong to them.
It means a lot of stuff. People will try to, as you would say, to rob you of your future by trying to present all kinds of stuff to you, And men, they are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. But somebody has to think about you. And who is that? It has to be yourself.
Yes.
You got to think about yourself. You can't leave that to somebody else. You have to have your own self-interest. You have to protect yourself. Because when it says, let no man despise you, it's giving you the obligation to prevent that. To let no man means that you have that power to that extent to first be able to understand and to perceive that somebody is trying to rob you of your youth and to avoid it however you can, whether you're going to have to seek somebody's intervention or, you know, are you going to stand and defend yourself and say, not here. But you have to take that action and just know where you're going. And don't be trusting. Because most of the time the people who conquer us are the people who...
We trust it.
Yes. Because those people are on the inside with you.
Yes, they know everything.
Yeah, you put a wall around. So nobody can come in. But what about those people who are in? Those people are the ones who are destructive. So you have to guard yourself from both in and out. But mostly from the people who have access to you. Right? And people will say, oh, you know, I can help you. And you need help. Whether to go in the school or with your schoolwork or something. You're anxious to get that help. But you have to question every assumption. You have to work it out first. And see, understand that people generally, when they give, they expect to get.
Yes, in return.
Right? So you always have to question the assumption. What is motivating that person?
Yes.
And if that person is not a person who loves humankind, if they just love themselves, you're going to be in trouble.
Very big trouble.
Yeah, because they're going to destroy your future. So just keep your focus, and in a few years you'll be fine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, in a very few years you'll be fine, and you will have enough time to do the things that you need to do.
I told her she can have it all. Education, family, life.
You know, most people always say women can't have it all. And what do they mean when they say that? They mean that a woman cannot have a career and a family. That's all, you know. Because some people and some women will choose either a career or a family. But the two are not incompatible.
Yes.
You do what you're doing now, and you're on track. By the time you're age 26, 25, 26, even 27, you're a full professional. You still have time to get married and to have your family. So you see, you have achieved your career goals and your family goals. You have it all. So, but some people will misguide and say, oh, if you focus on school, you're going to miss out on everything else. No, there's a timeline for everything. And if you follow the timeline, everything is going to fall into place. And you will have what you will.
There are always the people to misguide us. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of that. You know, they usually like to say, like you grow old, you age while getting yourself educated. But that's not it.
No. And also, there are people who will never be happy for your success.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you're happy for your achievement, and usually when good things happen to people, they like to tell. Oh, I passed my exam. Oh, I get into this school. Because it's a joy in you. And joy likes to flow out.
Yes, yes.
Right? But you have to be careful where it falls. Because people like things, good things to happen to them, not to others. So if it look to them like it's happened to others and not them, and if they have control where they can curve the other person, they will. They will do all kinds of stuff. They will throw things in your way. And you don't have to be paranoid, but you have to be careful. Always. Always, always. And I always say, like I said this to Ebonique as well. You can't get into the habit of just open yourself to everyone you call friends. You know, they say, here's something to drink. There are a lot of people who will put
Drugs.
yes, they want you to lose,
Conscious.
yes, so that they can take advantage. And this can happen. Your friends will do that to you just because they say, what are you pretending? You think you're better than us? What? You want to have a different life experience from we? No. We're going to show you that you're just like us. And they will try to entice you, hey, let's go to this place. You know, it's just us, you know, good people. But behind the scenes, they have something already orchestrated for you. And they say, try some drink. And you say, no, I just take fruit juice. Like me, I only take fruit juice. It doesn't matter who I'm with. Whatever they're drinking, I don't care. Say, I'm having that. Right? So nobody can influence me. And this is how I grew up from a boy. I was never influenced by any friends or anyone like that, no matter what they're doing. If I'm doing something, it must be something that I decided that I was going to do. Right? So I don't take drinks. We go with people and they're pouring me drinks or anything. And if you're having drink and you go to the restroom and come back, don't have that drink. No. Don't have that drink. Get another drink. And again, it's not because you're paranoid. It's because you're careful, because there are people out there who are just dangerous. And you don't know who they are. They don't walk with dangerous up here.
Like I'm dangerous. No.
You can't. That's one ability we never had, the ability to read minds. Yeah, God didn't give that to us. So we have to look at actions. And we have to be perceptive. And we have to depend on God's guidance. Yeah. And those are the things that keep us out of harm's way. And then one final thing. A lot of people say it's difficult to make a choice for a partner, and it is. But especially for people at your age, I think, we didn't have the counsel. I didn't have the counsel of people who were smart in these things. So, we had to do a lot of trial and error. But I discovered that there are methods that you can use to make it a little easier for yourself. You already know your goal in life. And I always say, you write your goals, write them out. And a goal is not a goal if it doesn't have a time stamp. You can't just say, I want to be a veterinarian. You have to say, by 25, I want to be a veterinarian. Because you might reach 60 and you still want to be a veterinarian. Nothing is wrong with your dream. You still have it. But you could die still having it. You have to time stamp it. Realistically. Because you say, okay, well, I'll be done with this school this year. And then I'm going to start college, university in 2026. and I'm going to pursue this career, and it's going to take me 3 or 4 years. So you can say at the end of the next 4 years, I want to have that degree. So once that time is coming up, you can assess yourself and see, am I on track to have my degree, or am I way off track? So you're measuring yourself against time. And then when that time comes and you achieve that goal, you say yes. Right? So that would be for, you have immediate term goals, near term. So the near term for you is to pass your exams. And then the midterm is to get into the university and to complete that. And then the long term is what you're going to do with the degree. So you're making your goals as you go along, and it's fitting into your long-term goal, which would include marriage, family, and those things. And then once you achieve those, a lot of stuff will flow. Yeah, your life will probably start, will take you over. Because if you are good at what you're doing, people are requesting you for this, requesting you for that. And then it's not a plan of yours, it's just a choice now. You're choosing which direction to go. Because you have all the tools in the toolkit that you need now to make your life. Yeah. The command says, with a command you don't have an option. It's something that you have to. Yeah. And the command is, let no man despise your youth. Right? And it was a conversation between Paul in the Bible and Timothy. Timothy was a young man. He was a helper to Paul. And Paul was in prison. And he knew that he wouldn't be around because they were planning on killing him. So he knew he was going to die and he would not be able to talk to Timothy. And he was saying, Timothy, here's my instruction to you. Do these things. So in a sense, it's kind of like my instruction to you. If we don't have the opportunity to be, as they would say in French, face à face, face to face. Again, that is, that's what I'm telling you. Let no man despise your youth. Doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who. Don't wait to discover what's going on here. Because once I cross the bridge, that bridge can never be closed.
She's not just my daughter. She's someone's future leader. Someone's example. Someone's mentor. I believe in her. And one day, the world will believe in her too.